Hi students, welcome to Science 212, Earthquakes, Volcanoes, and Hot Springs. Oh my. This is going to be an exciting class about the geology of Earth. I really love geology, but we don't really get to teach it under the old standards that we had in New Mexico, so I'm excited to cover it in this class. Earth science is it is my thing, it is my jam. All right, the first thing I want to walk you through is the syllabus, and this is the introduction to this class. So I have to talk about the syllabus, of course. So the syllabus in my class is going to always have my phone number on it. You should put that in your phone right now. That way you can call me or text me at any time that you need. I am available from basically 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, any day except for Sunday I try to take off. Although if you text me on Sunday, sometimes I'll wait to text you the next day, but sometimes I'll text you on Sunday too. So you might as well try it. Here's a little description of this class. This is about the things going on underneath your feet. So how did the earth form? What is the earth like on the inside? And then finally, like what happens on the earth due to the way that it's formed. That's all geology stuff. So of course, any of these policies can change. Like, for example, we have an attendance policy now, which I'll talk to you about, and it has to do with staying on schedule. So at the beginning of the school year, the state of New Mexico was not requiring for us to take attendance, but now they are, so we have to take attendance. The way we're doing that, because everything's online, is if you do a week's worth of assignments in a week, then you get counted as present. If you do only 1 or 2 of those week worths of assignments, then you get counted as absent 2 days and present 2 days of the week. And if you don't do anything that week, then you get counted as absent that week. So I just wanted you guys to know that. If you're starting this class on time, which is 9/7, then you will want to follow the scheduled dates for these assignments. But let's say that you start late, like you finished term 2 or you finished term 1 a couple of terms late and you're starting late in the class. That's okay. What that means is you just pay attention not to the dates, but to the week number. So the first week you're in the class, do the assignments for week 1. The second week that you're in the class, do the assignments for week 2, and so on and so forth. And that'll keep you on track and that'll keep your attendance high, and you'll get through at a good pace on these assignments. Okay, let's go back to the syllabus. Read the directions and ask questions. This is a really big thing. You need to kind of change what you've been doing in school maybe, or at least change what people do online usually. I watch my daughter online and she just like Googles things and then copies and pastes it and then she like tries to go on, and that's not a good way to learn. So I'm kind of making my class hard to pass if that's what you're doing. She would not want to be in my class because of that, but you just have to live with it. Okay, focus on learning and understanding instead of just finishing things. If you focus on learning and understanding and getting what we're talking about, then the assignments will be easy and the test will be easy because you will understand. Okay, this is a new thing. Expect to revise. So when I used to teach in class, we would like keep checking assignments, right? You would give me something and be like, Ms. Arneson, does this look right? And I would check it. Now we kind of have to like flip the way we're doing that, and you turn it in and then I'll tell you what you need to fix and then you fix it and then you return it in. And that's just because of the way this is. So expect to revise, expect to get your work back with little comments. It's going to say maybe that you got, I don't know, 5 points out of 10 on a section. You need to improve it and then your score will become higher. So you can just expect that you're going to be redoing assignments. That is normal online. That's okay. 80% of your grade is going to be based on the assignments you do, 20% by a final test. The final test will have half multiple choice and half short answer questions. If you want extra credit in this class, like you want to keep your grade higher than 100, then what you're going to need to do is not extra credit assignments, but you're going to have to get what are called bonus points by doing extra work on the assignments that you get. There are only 7 lessons in this class, or maybe 6. I don't know. I haven't finished all of them yet. But if you do like really good work on parts of the assignments, you'll get over 100% on them. And then that can pad your grade. And you can get not just an A, but an A+++++. If you don't pass the class, you can retake it. But first you have to do all the assignments with a 70% or better. All right, so in this class, here's what we're going to learn. These are called the academic standards. So remember, this is a geology class. So this is earth and space science, this whole entire term, but this class specifically will focus on a lot of geology. So that's the study of the rocks and like the layers of the earth and stuff. So we have picked 3 standards to cover in this term, and I'm going to kind of sum those up for you in essential questions. The essential questions are basically the most important part of this class because if you keep focusing on answering these questions, then you're going to get a good grade. You're going to understand what's going on. So, for example, this first one, it has, and if you click on the link, it has even more information. This is the teacher view, basically. So, like, this is what I have to make sure I'm covering in this class. You really don't have to look at that. All you have to do is look at this part right here, the essential question. And the first question is, how do natural processes shape the surface of the earth? If you want to know a little bit more about that, then you would look at mountains, valleys, sea floor. So like read part of this that kind of gives you some details on what does that mean. So how do natural processes shape the surface of the earth? That's one of the things we're going to talk about in this class. It's geology, okay? Then, how do we know the age of the Earth and the solar system? So the way we figured out the age of these things is actually also using rocks. And so we're going to talk about that and how do we figure it out. And then the last thing we're going to talk about, which is also geology, is to look at what's going on underneath the surface of the Earth. So once we figure out how old the Earth is, how it formed, we're going to figure out what is on the inside of it and how does that relate to us here on the outside of the Earth, because we're on the surface, we're on the crust, right, the lithosphere. Okay, so that's all of these parts right here that I wanted you to look at in the syllabus. There's a little quiz over this, so make sure you were paying attention. But if we go back really quick to, there's a couple of things I wanted to make sure that I talked to you about, how to turn in assignments. So let's go here to lesson 1. To look at lesson 1 and see what it is going to show you, you guys have, here's a document. Look at how it says turn in right here. Make sure you turn things in. Turn in your quizzes. Turn in your assignments. If you don't turn those in, I don't know what you have finished or not, and I won't grade it. So you need to make sure that you turn things in when you're ready for me to grade them. I can see what you have done before then. Hold on, this is my mama. That was a call because I was supposed to have a family dinner that starts at 5 o'clock, and right now it's 5:21 and I wasn't there. So I'm going to finish up this video really fast and then head over there. All right, so the other thing that I want you guys to know is how to figure out what grade you have in an assignment and if like something is missing. So the only way that I can figure out how to find your grades on here from your guys' angle is if you go to your page where it has all of your classes. There's this little thing right here and you click on that. I'm going to click on a different class because I don't have any grades in that one because I haven't done anything yet. But when you click on this, it'll tell you like what your grade is. So I just make myself a student and sometimes I turn things in and stuff so that I can see my grade and check these things out. So it'll tell you right here what your grade is, and it'll also tell you if you're missing any assignments. So if you don't have a 70% or higher, you look for those red marks or look for what you didn't do very well on. So if you got out of 24 points on this, you only got like 15, then that would mean you probably need to revise it so you can get a higher grade. All right, I think that's all I want to say in this introduction video, but I will say that for your class, I am making a lesson 1 walkthrough. So I'm going to walk you guys through lesson 1 all the way from the beginning to the end. The reason I want to do that is so that you can see like how to turn things in, how I'm going to grade things, and that way you can see like how easy it is to actually just follow the directions and then understand what's supposed to be going on. All right, guys, talk to you later.